Hi, I'm Marriage Coach Lynn, and welcome to Let's Get Personal. Today's question is, my wife talks to her mother on the phone once a day and her sisters frequently. I feel left out. How can she spend hours talking about nothing? That's a great question. That's a great question. Sometimes we will listen to our spouse or friends or somebody and think, wow, they're really talking about nothing. That's just chit chat. Oh, that's boring. You know what? To them, it's not. To each person who participates in a conversation, at least to one person, the person talking, they feel that what they have to say is worthwhile and is comforting them and is giving them some type of pleasure. So hopefully you will not criticize your wife or point out to her that she's talking about nothing, because that will just cause a little argument or a little rift between the two of you. You could ask why she talks and spends so much time talking with the mom and the sisters, and why not me? So really what's under this question is that the husband feels left out and he doesn't feel loved. So I hope the wife, if you're on the other side of this question, that you will understand that your husband has needs that aren't being met, and they can easily be met with time. He feels that you're spending too much time. So sort of do a check with yourself to see, how are you spending time in your relationship? How are you divvying it up amongst your activities, amongst other mom friends, work friends, various things that you do throughout the week? And are the two of you spending enough time with each other in conversation? This question indicates to me that he's feeling left out and he wants a little more of your time. So just do a check. We always have to take a look at ourselves, and when the spouse raises a question or a comment, we let's examine ourselves. Let's not jump all over them and think you're being unreasonable. Let's just try to see what we can do to make our spouse happy, right? Now, some women or men, they might spend too much time with other people, and that there's a red flag there if you're spending an excessive amount of time that replaces the time you could be having with your spouse. So be careful of that too. I would caution amongst that. But again, use the nonviolent communication technique. It's on the resources section of my website, marriagecoachlynn.com. There's a little format of how to change your communication to, I'm not going to say get what you want, but to be understood. We all want to be understood, and we want to understand our partner. Hopefully you want to understand your partner. And this is a technique that will help you communicate your needs and your feelings in a non-threatening way, in a way that opens communication. So I would recommend the two of you sit down and discuss this situation, because you know what can happen if you don't bring it up. People suffer in silence, and this is what eats away at marriage when you do not address things that are on your heart and mind. So I would encourage you, inspire you to talk about this with your wife, and I think that you will, between the two of you, be able to come to a wonderful reconciliation or agreement about it. It's not a difficult problem. It's not a big one. It's definitely one that's solvable and that's manageable. So I hope you have a great day and make your marriage marriage great.